Hello and welcome to the Warcraft 3 audio commentary. This is going to be a 1v1 game on the map Autumn Leaves, and this is going to be on the Battle.net solo ladder, and this is against the player AUV 2020. Not exactly sure what the AUV stands for, but I think this guy's a relatively decent, okay player. His MMR didn't look that impressive, but he seems to be at least aware of this sort of meta strat. Well, take that back. I think the meta strategy probably doesn't involve Arcane Sanctum against Undead, but I might be wrong. I think a lot of it is going into night, uh, sort of going night fly machine or gyro to sort of control the air or the ground. Maybe against ghouls, that's not the play. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe against a pure ghoul opening. But anyways, I'm going to go for a Dreadlord opening. Carrion Swarm Vampiric Aura is the skill choice. And I'm going to play it a little bit aggressively to try to disrupt his creeping. I think I could have did a better job disrupting the creeping. I got a little bit distracted trying to hit trying to kill critter, which sounds goofy, but somehow I clicked it and like thought I killed it. And I was sitting there waiting to use the rod of necromancy on it, like right outside of his base, and I actually didn't kill it. So I was sitting there like, okay, what am I doing? So, but anyways, I think my base build's relatively decent here. I've one ziggurat towards the back, one out in the front, sort of blocked off pretty well. This ziggurat, there's not, there's sort of a little position to sort of attack it, but I'm going to actually sell the town portal. This is a little bit new for me, actually, in this with Undead. Sell the town portal, get the sacrificial skull, get a ritual dagger, and a rod of necromancy. Now this looks weird, and I'm going to drop this sacrificial skull in a very aggressive position. I don't think it really pays off per se because I don't tower rush him or anything. Maybe if I was to do some kind of cheeky sort of mid-game tower push, that would be sort of a sort of surprise. Like if I was able to get some like sort of drop it over here or up here. I don't know how close I can get to building towers here though, so I probably would want to err on the side of over here or maybe over here. This would probably be the move, right? This would be a surprise. I don't know if he'd check that as quickly though. The further out of his base it is, sort of the less benefit it tends to get. Also, the less chance that he can militia crush it easily. So if it's like over here, this would be maybe safer from militia, but I need to be in position to hit with Meat Wagon, so probably here. But again, I'm not really going to try that actually. I drop it here, assuming if he maybe wants to expo, maybe fighting there would be good. And here's where I was like thinking I had the creep killed, and there's the critter. So I get the thing, and I come down here, and he kills one of these wolves before I can kill it. So what did he creep before that? Oh, he got this. Okay, this and like one wolf, and the purge one gets him too. So if I denied that first one, he doesn't get level 2. I have to deny both to really stop him from getting level 2 completely here, though. So, and then not lose anything. So, but that's really the goal, I guess. If I had sleep, maybe just go sleep surround. But I like Carrion Swarm for hitting the fly machines. I mean, I can go sleep level 1 and then go Carrion. I do try to go first round here, but I just missed it. That's a little bit unfortunate. So I'd come upwards, and there's his footy, so that was a mistake on his end. He is going to get the skeleton kill, though, because he has a claws +4. Oh, I should have kept running it. What am I doing? Keep running it. Oh, jeez. That's dumb. So yeah, I give him a little bit of experience there that I shouldn't have. Skeleton, he did pull a bunch of militia there, so he hasn't teched. He's got a tower that he's not upgraded yet. I did see that he had the scout tower there. He only has 3 farms. That's sort of an indicator that he's going to be teching relatively quick. Probably not fast expanding. I think you have 4 farm build is an indicator of either a sort of super aggro rush or I don't need to get near him while I'm healing. So he could have canceled it on the Dreadlord there, the healing a bit, but he didn't, thankfully. He's attacking this other ghoul. He is going to be diving these ghouls. He's just like, you know what, I'm level 2. Let me just chase him off. Then I sort of angle, like, okay, let me go for this farm. And he's like, ah. So I'm like, okay, let me not go for this farm. I don't want to give him any free ghoul kills. So yeah, I'm going to just pull all the way back. And as I see that he's following, I'm going to go ahead and get a Ruben Tower here. I don't have one yet. Even though my tech is relatively close to finishing, if he does dive into my base, I would love to have that Nubian Tower if he gets too close. So I'm like, okay, I need to creep something. I'm going to take this green. It looks like he's chasing me, and then he pulls back. So I do assume he's going here. I should angle my I should angle the Dreadlord just immediately. Just go right over here because I have Carrion Swarm to deny. And if he like deals like most of the damage in that last hit with Carrion Swarm, he's not gonna get any of the experience. Which in terms of like, and it is if I do get like one. I mean, this is gonna get me two, but like I said, just denying this, like any of these, is gonna be important. He only needs like he's at 279. He's about 220 220 experience. He's not gonna get it here, right? But I really don't want him to just get free creeps, right? And if I'm just literally standing there with the Dreadlord, it's going to be so hard for him to time that out. So I don't care and swarm it. I end up, like, you know what, that footy, I know I can kill it. I hate to use it on just one unit, but I was like, killing that footy, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I just went ahead and used it. Oh my gosh, he got that one away. I should have kept chasing, but I was like, and then I was like, well, let me pull back in the base, and if he dares to get a little too close, there it is, boom. Catch a couple of shots from the towers. He pulled just out of range, so that was smart, but now he's going to pull back. I'm going to try to... An interesting thing to note, I did get the last hit with the units and stuff, but interesting to note, I had the tower and the necropolis selected, but since they're two separate buildings, I was spamming stop. I don't think it was stopping both of the buildings. I think it was just stopping the Halls of the Dead from attacking, which is really kind of sucks. I can't, like with towers, I can, like watchtowers, if I select all the watchtowers, I can just hit stop and just spam stop and it'll stop all of them from attacking. So that's kind of irritating that I can't exactly do the same thing with undead or with the different tower types or whatever. So, but anyways, I'm thinking I'm almost certain that's the way the interaction was going, the game mechanic, but it might have just been lag, but I think the game mechanic just kind of is annoying for me there. So I clean this up. I get level 3. I'm going to grab the items. I grab a heal potion and a mana potion, because it bolts around is potentially annoying. And just having mana, oof, that was really good timing on his part. Ghouls are so squishy, it's really kind of ridiculous, but... So I'm going to go for the surround on this rifle. If he manages to amass a decent number of rifles, that'll be enough to counter the air. I should pull these ghouls back. I didn't. That footy is really damaged. This is the thing. I dropped the mantle so I can use the mana potion to pick it back up. Gives a little bit more mana. I could have just one-shot that footy, but I got the footy and like the hero, and I don't know if I got the water almost. It looks like I might have, but I don't know. So I'm gonna run over. This is just here, but I'm fully healed basically. So I guess it did. The Dreadlord get a little bit of healing there. I pulled back, and I suspect since he didn't bolt anything right there, and one of the counters, one of the strong counters actually to these really aggressive sort of mass tier 1 melee units that are strategies, and then 2 melee heroes, Thunderclap is going to get incredible value here if he hits good ones. He can literally just hold this with like an MK with mana. It's really irritating, but it is what it is. So I have to try to avoid that. So I pull back and I sort of assume, it's an assumption, he maybe just didn't select his ability yet because his hero just popped out, but I suspect he did in fact select. Yeah, he's already selected Thunderclap, so my assumption was correct. Try to go for the Hero's Round on the Archmage. A little bit sneaky, but I do end up getting it. So he immediately TPs. He doesn't hit a Thunderclap. He's like, well, we're not about to fight, so let me not use the waste of mana. So that's probably smart that he didn't. I'm pretty full health. He did get that ghoul kill anyway, so... Like I said, ghouls are just so freaking squishy, it's annoying. So notice he's used a town portal so far. I sold mine, so not using it. I'm going to pull this ghoul, hopefully, out of here. I attacked, like, my Black Citadel, or Halls of the Dead, and then I put it on lumber. And I did it again with this one. So, he's going to come here, and I hit his whole army with Carrion Swarm here. No magic, means no breakers yet. Alright, so I hit him with that. He probably should just go into breakers first instead of priest, but it is what it is. The healing is nice. Obviously, he probably healed up pretty well here. But if he's going to do that, he needs to avoid me until he really has sort of breakers, I think. But anyways, this panda has a lot of mana too. He's at full mana, in fact. So I have one more cancer. I can basically clear his casters away with these AoE spells. So he's got to be very careful. He does hit a pretty big Thunderclap. Right, so Thunderclap is like it's a decent amount of damage. It's pretty much uncapped, only capped by basically area coverage, I think. Pretty sure that's the way it goes. The area coverage is kind of small, and then it's like 50% attack speed and move speed reduction. I would have ghouls up here, so that's actually good that they didn't get hit with that. Oh, I dropped the rod. What is the... I thought I clicked right on the panda. I'm not exactly sure what went wrong there. They both have inventory space. So I don't know. But anyways, got 2 statues. We both have sustain here. He's actually got a little better well, I don't know. It's actually, since I have 2 statues, one's on mana. We basically have the same amount of sustain here. So let's see. He's at 38 food. I'm probably way below. I'm at 40. Okay, but I got a bunch of ghouls back here on lumber. Well, 4, 8, and then 1 extra acolyte. It's pretty close. Our army sizes are seemingly close. He's got casters, so normally this would be a pretty good spot for him. I do have 1 more Karen Swarm. I'm almost on, thanks to the mana statue, I'm gonna have another Breath of Fire. If he just had 1 or 2 breakers hitting my heroes, he would be able to keep me from hitting this Breath of Fire, and he maybe would have been able to keep me from getting that other. I'm at 17 mana. I don't know. Maybe he's managed to stop me from hitting the Karen Swarm. Plus, they're magic immune, so instead of like rifles or priests, you'll just have magic immune stuff that wouldn't get hit. they're bad against ghouls, arguably though. So, logged out of battle net. That might be knocking me out because I'm like watching replays or something. I don't know, but maybe that's a good thing for the server capacity. But I don't know. It used not to happen. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know, but it's like maybe it's good, but I feel like the server shouldn't really be that much at capacity. Honestly, with the player base at this point, but I don't know. Anyways, though, I get a surround on his hero. I'm gonna plug it up with the try to plug it up with the statue. He goes out in TPs again. He's burned 2 TPs, and I'm about to get the. Did I have the upgrade already? I don't think. Oh yeah, I'm not tier 3 yet. Oh, okay, that's the deal. I'm not tier 3, so I definitely don't have the upgrade. And now he's gonna be switching into breakers. He still has those 2 priests, so he's got sustain, and I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, I'm not going to dive into his base now, because pulling Militia would easily tilt the battle in his favor. Plus the fact that mana-wise, I needed to build my mana back up. I want to go into these battles with plenty of mana. Basically, I want battles that are like, 10, 15 seconds, where I can unleash all the AoE, and then sort of decide, am I winning the battle, am I losing? Or if I stay here, am I going to win or lose? And do I have enough, probably if I've hit all my AoE spells, he needs a standing fight to really get the full benefit of the water elementals, and also maybe the priests and the slow and the thunderclap. But I don't have a TP, so I have another decision. Do I want to buy a TP here, or do I just buy a heal scroll? I think I just opt to get a heal scroll. Yep, heal scroll, and I'm like, you know what? Get the heal scroll. It's gonna heal stuff, so hopefully it'll just tilt. Like if the battle's relatively close, hopefully it'll just put me over the edge, and I'll clearly win the battle. But if I miscalculate or somehow mess up, like I lose the hero of the heal scroll, or who knows what, like he just has more, and I'm all slow and thunderclapped. Oh man, this is greed. Wow, I don't actually. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna creep a really small camp, and he's gonna be creeping that red. Oh my gosh, he gets such value. I 100% had no idea he crept this. I can't really do that with undead. I don't think. I don't have the DPS, the magic immune stuff, and a lot of if I do get destroyers, the magic immune unit that I do have is going to be terrible against this rock golem because it's magic immune. So, alternatively, meat wagons don't. Actually, no, I don't know if meat wagons get hit by that. He's gonna angle in the back here. It's okay that I cancel this, right? It's not the end of the world. It wasn't. I wasn't pinning my game on it because he doesn't have an expo either. It was just like, well, if he's gonna clean this up. Let's see, does he get a level here? Oh, he does get level 3. If I'd have done that, he's nearly 4, but I'm gonna do this bigger camp, so it's gonna give me 4, 3. I'm already at 4. It's gonna give me level 3. So I'm a full level. He's really close to 4 on his Archmage. So there's nothing else left to creep up there though. So he's not gonna start this next battle. Oh my god, pick that up. Devotion aura. So he's not gonna start this next battle with level 4, and he's not gonna run across the map with level 4. Does he have a TP? He's gonna buy another TP, I think. So he's gonna have bought 2 TPs extra. So it's like 650 gold. Position-wise, I have got the upper hand here, and this 2 destroyers, 2 statues in behind. It's really important, or sort of important, that I have this. It'd be nice to have web. I don't know if I do have web. Probably don't actually. with only one fiend, it's like, well, if that fiend dies, web is going to be useless. And I'd have AoE that hits mechanical targets. The Dreadlord, and this is one of the reasons why I do go Dreadlord Panda in this matchup sometimes. The added benefit of if he only has, if he can't make an overwhelming number of flying machines and really catch me, like in this particular moment, like 4 flying machines isn't going to be enough. Also, obviously, hitting the buildings and his workers and stuff. If he had towered, really basically anything but spell breakers, right, is going to be really good to hit him with these heroes. Obviously, I need mana though. So coming into this battle, he controlling the mana if he has breakers and stuff, or maybe a blood mage, they're pretty important. Also, he only has one of these. I don't really get the. I don't think if I attack air with the AOE, I don't think it splashes on the ground. So it's like but most of his workers are already dead anyway. So now I need to turn on the casters, and now I'm like he's got. I do need to spread these a little bit. So I pull him back, and then I'm like, he doesn't have any rifles left, right? So it's just all his AOE, or sorry, all his anti-air is basically water elementals, his hero, and these these summoned water elementals that can devour magic. So he's pretty much lost now. The hero, he doesn't have the DPS really to kill my heroes. And did he go level 2 bolt or clap? I don't know. That looks like level 1 bolt. Yeah, level 1. So he's only got level 1 bolt, and I'm mostly air now. So I maybe thought I was going heavy ground, like if I had to go to A-bombs, fiends, and ghouls or something, or just mass ghouls. Obviously that clap would have been just brutal, but I don't really have that much ground. I mean, I did earlier, but I don't now. It's mostly, this is like 20 food of destroyers. He does lure me into his base, which could be super dangerous. He just doesn't have, I mean, if he has bolt level, he can sit here with level 2 bolt and maybe actually really punish me, because I'd have to run into his base, but his economy is completely slammed, and I'm nearly got this expo up. He's got literally 2 workers left. Is that what I'm seeing? 2 workers. His main hero died. My heroes are nearly full health, so if I pull all the way back into his base, he's going to have an awkward situation where he can't, if he wants to bring all the breakers after me, he will leave the opening to maybe I can slip out, and he's only got 4 breakers, and he has to get away from the shop. The shop's on the other, like the outer side of his base, so maybe he buys mana potions and then goes in. But then I still have the destroyer, so worst comes to worst, maybe he has. I don't know if he has the DPS there to really kill both of the heroes. That would killing both the heroes there would be. It would be pretty great for him, but I don't even know if he beats me then. I don't know if he can actually kill both the heroes because of Vampiric Aura. And he doesn't really have a lot of. He had 1 priest out there, but he didn't have a lot of sustain, so probably actually can't kill me with the destroyers in the mix and everything. But even if he could kill both, he didn't have anything to stop those destroyers, so his workers were going to die. Like the remaining 2 workers he had were gone. He was going to have to go cancel my expo, maybe destroy my altar before I get my heroes back, and then what's he going to do in my main base? He's not going to crack my main base with what he had. So the destroyers are still wherever they are. They're either chasing him down or they're killing his castle or whatever it is, and they're keeping his economy shut down. And meanwhile, my economy is running. I've probably got 4 or 5 or 6 ghouls at the base. I might have pulled a bunch of them. So there's a chance that I didn't have that many ghouls remaining in the base, but I just rebuilt him. Right? If he runs into my base, I mean, like literally he has to kill the altar, and then he has to like deal with the towers, and then probably ghouls. And then if I chase him with the destroyers, I mean, or I can just leave the destroyers in his base. So it's like, he can't really base race me. If I just get more destroyers, the MK can't hit them, the breakers can't hit them, the priest can't hit them. So, destroyers are just the sort of the GG right there. I mean, it's gonna take him forever. Destroyers are gonna take forever to actually kill his MK, and they can't actually hit the breakers either. But the towers can. What's he gonna? He's gonna like kill my base with 4 breakers and MK. No, that's not happening. Like, it won't happen. He can maybe kill the acolytes, maybe. Eventually get all the acolytes, but I just rebuild them, and it's like, what is he gonna focus? He doesn't have the time or the DPS to really do it. So that's the issue with getting the Sanctum stuff. Like, and I think maybe the reason why it probably doesn't go in that direction, because if and when I do get destroyers, the more casters he has, he just has to have enough DPS to clear the air, right? Because if he doesn't, the air is very dangerous, right? He can devour his water elementals. It can smash his workers. It can fly over the trees, knock the towers down. And if I have a large army of destroyers, in my large, 4 full health, like man it up, destroy 3 of them, man it up, is going to be quite potent and knocking his economy down. So, and then he also, like I said, he also has to keep an eye on me expanding. There were 2 clear gold mines, so he just have to sort of try to keep an eye on that. So it's really awkward for him there, especially on one base. It just is, right? So, yeah, that if he go, I don't know if you need 2 barracks, but 2 barracks, 2 workshop, and then he can go into like knights or rifles, or somebody told me like rifles and then a little few priests or something. Rifles because they can sort of deal with air flying machines really well, but also A bombs. But anyways, that's going to be the end of this audio. Flip through the tabs here and look if you care to look at it, whatever. And that's going to be the end of this audio. ScryMind signing out.